Hi, you guys, I'm here. I'm just going to give people some time to get in the room. Hi, GMT. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thank you for coming to the stream. I'm not going to be on here too long. I just want to discuss some of the reactions that I got from the premiere that I did this morning and moving forward, what things are going to be like, and some comments and stuff like that. Yes, piss color Negro. And guess what? It was a dark skinned black person that called me that. Yes, piss color Negro. And it's so the irony of that is that piss color Negro was a term that was created by a white slave master. So I want to kind of talk about that and some of the reactions that I got from this morning's stream. Because I think that a lot of people were coming in the chat because they didn't like the topic and they didn't like my viewpoints and my opinions and some of the things that I had to say about my experience. And I understand that some people, when you're trying to bend your content or kind of evolve to cater to other topics, it can kind of rub people the wrong way. Because when you've been doing content on a specific thing for so long, when you try to evolve, and I've been through these cycles before on my channel as a content creator, it's just something I know. I know, GFT, I know. I know. Thank you. I was really surprised and shocked to see the support that I got. So basically, the premiere that I did this morning was a live stream that was held on February 5th, 2022. Okay. And I was actually shocked to see the support that I got during that stream, but I put it on private because I wanted to premiere it because I knew more people needed to see it. So I just decided to premiere it and do it that way. And one thing that I really need the people from this morning's chat to understand is that I don't mind banning you from my channel forever. Because if I'm sitting here recounting an experience of prejudice or racism or abuse that because a lot of pro-blacks were trying to come in the chat and kind of divert the topic a little bit. And GBS, I don't know if you're listening to this, but I'm just going to tell you this publicly. I think that what you did this morning was hella disrespectful and insensitive as fuck. And I'm just going to be frank and I'm going to be openly honest, as I always am, and very frank. The conversation just simply isn't for you, and that's okay. That's okay with me. I'm not the kind of person that's going to try to handcuff anyone to my channel. As I've always said, that's not what I do here. And one thing that, at the same time, I'm not going to allow people to come in the chat and diminish my experiences or divert the attention elsewhere because they don't like what's being discussed. Like, I think that's hella insensitive and dismissive. And I don't treat other people like that when they're expressing their experiences. And I wish that people wouldn't do it to me. I mentioned that my main concern as it relates to the topic of colorism is to share my experiences that I have been through personally. Okay, I think it is important for everyone's experiences to be heard, male or female, light or darker, in between or whatever. But if I'm in the middle of giving an account of a really bad experience that I went to, do you think that that is the time for you to come in the chat and play Struggle Olympics? Like, there was a lot of that going on. Like, just completely disregarding the conversation and not giving a fuck really about what I was talking about. And I think that was really fucked up. Jay Cooley, TZ Frank, Caesar Cannon, Fair Minded, Jerry Poor, Bruce Go, salute to everyone in the chat. I'm gonna kind of go on a rant for a minute. So please just bear with me because I want to unpack this. Because there's a lot of people that want to deny the experiences. And when light-skinned people, male or female, speak up about prejudice comments, backhanded comments, and so much disrespect and abuse that we've received from people within Black America or any Black community of that regard, it's always disrespected. It's always they always try to diminish our experiences and concerns. And I think that's really fucked up. Like, I would much rather you just leave quietly or do the slow fade than to come into my chat while I'm streaming and sharing an intimate experience like that. To do something so insensitive like that is like a slap in the face. That's worse than, that's like the worst thing I think that people have been doing so far. And there are some guys that get it and that are open to at least hearing what I have to say. But there are other guys that they come in and they're pro-Black and they immediately want to change the subject. GBS, when you came in this morning, the first thing that you started doing was a lot of joking and laughter and just treating the entire stream so frivolous. And I thought that shit was really fucked up. Like, why would you do that? This is what I'm talking about. Y'all claim to support me. Y'all claim to, want to put me on this pedestal as this great content creator. But it's moments like that prove to me that certain people really don't support me like that. Because whenever there's a conversation being had that makes you feel uncomfortable, you resort to that type of behavior. And that lets me know you're no fucking supporter of mine. You're no supporter of mine. And then you started talking about my artwork and, well, I wish she would upload more artwork, and I think that she's a great artist and she doesn't recognize her potential and she doesn't recognize what such a great artist she is. If I didn't recognize what a great artist I am, why the fuck would I post my artwork on my channel? My artwork is on my channel. It's there. Must I remind you that I was Neon Eyes before you came to my channel? So that in itself was like hella disrespectful. Like, what's your problem? So every time that a light-skinned person is in conversation, we have people of I'm just going to say it, dark-skinned Black men were in my chat this morning, literally playing Struggle Olympics. And what's the most bothersome is that not once did you even acknowledge or show any type of empathy at first. I have to kind of go off in the chat and kind of send a message. If you're going to divert the conversation, please just leave, because I think it's disrespectful. And then I was really trying to be so nice about it, but I'm going to stop doing that because that shit doesn't work. I think that people have a problem with these types of conversations in general, but especially when there's a light-skinned woman or man that has the damn nerve to speak up about some fucking abuse that they've endured or experienced or saw someone else experience because the shit makes them uncomfortable. I was sharing a story on my platform about 2 years ago about this dark-skinned Black American man that called me a piss-color Negro. And you know what people did? They fucking laughed. People don't take this shit serious. So if I'm sitting here taking time out of my fucking free schedule to talk to you and have a conversation and share experiences, if you don't appreciate it, fine. But to come in the chat and just completely be disruptive like that with inappropriate humor, that was the inappropriate time and place to do that. Like, it really was. There's no excuse for that at all. And like I said, that just goes to show me that certain people really, they don't fucking really support me like that. Because that's the slap in the face. Like, I'm not going to go rally about cancer at an AIDS rally. So when I have people coming in the chat, when I'm telling my story, and you feel it necessary to try and diminish or overshadow my experience that I'm sharing, to talk about because you're a dark-skinned man and this is what happened to you, I don't mind you sharing it, but that's the wrong time to do that while I'm giving an account of something I've been through. It's just called chat room etiquette. It's called social hygiene. Like, does that make sense or does that make sense? Because I mean, it could be possible that I'm not making myself clear. Although I can't fix stupid, I mean, I think I've made myself clear enough over the years for people that have been here and saw the growth of my channel and saw me evolve as a content creator. I think that I've always made that very clear. It just really goes to show that people don't appreciate shit. Some people just don't appreciate shit. They just don't. Because I was getting messages about a lot of the comments that were being left in the chat room, and a lot of them were like low key but high key, like undertone, like trolling ass comments. And after going back and reading the chat room, which I do want to send a shout out to Golden Goddess, because I saw that you came in at the end of the stream and I sent you a welcome message and a heart emoji, but you came in right when the stream ended. And when I saw the replay, I didn't see my comment go through because the chat had ended by that time. So I do want to say thank you for sharing my video. I really appreciate your support. I went on ahead and subscribed to your channel and looked over some of your content, and this definitely resonates with me a whole lot. So I'll be interested in checking out more of your content and stuff. But I wanted to extend a sincere appreciation and thank you to Golden Goddess for coming through and showing some love and support. That really meant a lot to me. But the people that want to come in the chat room and deflect when I'm having these topics, I'm just going to ban you on site. At least for that particular day, you're going to be banned, because I think that's disrespectful and it's like a slap in the face to me as a content creator. Because if it's not the struggle Olympics, then it's always people fixating on your features. Oh, you ain't got it that bad. Oh, you ain't been through nothing. And then they try to compare their experience to yours as a way to one up you on who had the worst experience, like struggle Olympics. And it's just, for me, annoying as fuck. And I said this during the chat this morning. I'm going to say it again. I'm not here and holding these streams and these difficult conversations to discuss what goes on to my first priority is my personal experience. And then after that, the experience of women next to me that have had those same struggles, that are light-skinned or multi-generational mixed or polyethnic or whatever you choose to call it, biracial, whatever. It's about my personal experience first and foremost, and me telling my story and having my voice that people have tried to suppress for so long. And then after that, I want them to have a voice too. I think that everyone's story should be heard and everyone's story is important. But when you come into a space, like I said, don't come to an AIDS rally to rally about cancer. That's rude as fuck. And thank you for reminding it so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys for coming here from Golden Goddess. I appreciate her for sending y'all over here. Thank you. Wow, that's really thank you a lot for that. That means a lot to me. So what I do want to say is, moving forward, when I'm having these conversations, I'm not gonna hesitate to block people or just completely fucking ban you from the channel if you come in the chat with the bullshit. Because a lot of y'all were on some fuck shit this morning, and I saw right through that shit, and I didn't fucking appreciate that shit at all. At all. Like, if you're not going to add to the topic, fine, you don't have to. But you're not going to diminish my point of view or my experience either, or anyone around me that wants to tell their story that has had a similar experience. It's not going to fucking happen. Because specifically in Black communities, be it online or offline or children or, young adults or whatever, whenever we speak up about the prejudice and abuse that we receive out of hate and envy, what happens? Our voices rarely get respected. Our fucking struggles rarely get recognized. And as a matter of fact, people go out of their way to misunderstand them and to diminish them. So while I'm up here on my platform, I can't control anyone else's platform. But while I'm up here on my shit, if you can't at least have the common decency and respect, and this specifically goes out to pro-blacks, because a lot of them do follow my channel, which I don't. I have always said I'm not a pro-black, so I don't want nobody coming at me in my email trying to say, well, black this. I've always said I'm not a pro-black. Never was a pro-black. Because one, I think this shit is a money hustle. I think it's fake as fuck. And I've watched way too many black people abuse other groups of people, be them Asian, be them mixed, or whatever. Black people can be abusive as fuck. We're not going to sit here and fucking ignore that. What happened when the Asians came out with their movement? Do I need to really go and get into it? Because we can get into it. So if your feelings are hurt, good. Good. Because my feelings were hurt when I was set up and called a high yellow bitch, right? Piss-colored Negro and shit like that. But I'm supposed to just hold my head down and smile about it and not have a voice? No, motherfucker, no. That's not who I am. I will get on this bitch and act a complete fool. I don't give a fuck. So my thing is, if you don't care about my story, you don't have to care. But just remember, I don't have to care about your story either. I'm not into the business of people abusing me and trying to diminish and silence my voice and then gonna sit there and smile about it. I'm not doing that. And I'm also not in the business of people crying to me to understand their tears when anytime a light-skinned woman or man speaks up about abuse, we're just told to shut up, or people completely try to trash or sully your experience. No, I don't give a fuck about any of that. I don't give a fuck about any of that. The same people that were here 2 years ago that unsubscribed, motherfucker, you can go ahead and unsubscribe too. I don't care, because for every 10 people that unsubscribe, 20 people come and resubscribe, and some of the old people even come back. I'm not pressed about subscriptions on this bitch. I don't do YouTube as a vital source of income. Whether you leave or go, I lose nothing. If you leave, I lose nothing. The way I see it, it's your loss, not mine. It's your loss, not mine. I don't see it as I'm losing anything. Losing what? There's too many people in this world for me to be pressed over people that just don't get it, or people that go so far out of their way to misunderstand me because my experience or hearing my experience or my story makes you feel uncomfortable. That's okay. You don't have to understand. I'm not forcing anything down anyone's throat. That's really not what I do. I'm not sitting here trying to force feed you some pills and say, here, swallow this red pill. No, if I'm sharing my experience, I'm actually doing you a favor. But some of you are so caught up on your prejudice and your hate groups and your hate speech and shit that you can't see when someone's actually doing you a fucking favor or a service. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's a struggle. Hi, Doctor. I'm in the zone. Y'all know, like, when I get to cussing, it's hard for me to stop. And I'm trying to work on that. Okay? I think sometimes I get so caught up in the people that are really on the stupid crap daily that I forget about the people that really do support me genuinely and that's been here since day one. So those people, I do want to take the time to say thank you. I do receive your cash apps. I do receive your messages on Gmail. And it does make a difference. In case you did not know it, it does. Maybe I don't say it enough. You know, I curse like a sailor. But lately I have been trying to pull back. But y'all know how I am. Like, I will get on this bitch and do really. She knew just when to come in the chat, I swear. But listen, I meant everything that I said, and I'm not going to ease up. And if it makes people uncomfortable, it just is what it is. Like, I'm not here to make anyone feel comfortable. I never signed up to be a role model. I never signed up to be like a beacon of morality or any of that. As a matter of fact, I want people to think the worst of me so they can just stay the fuck away from me instead of my fucking face with the fake shit. Really, that's really what I would like. I'm tired of, because see, on social media, people are such creeps. They try to get close to you so that they can snake you later. So honestly, I'm not really here to make anyone feel good or to be like a role model. If that's what people are looking for, I'm not your girl, because I need as much space and room to be flawed as I can, because I ain't trying to be perfect for nobody. None of these motherfuckers on social media. It'd be the main people with the most flaws that want you to be perfect. How can you demand that perfection out of someone when you yourself are flawed? When you become perfect or when you become God-like in nature, then preach to me about being perfect. But until then, no, thank you. I don't need to be perfect for what? If I'm carrying if I have this many flaws and it still entices people to obsess over me and bully and harass me and stalk me the way that they have, imagine if I were perfect. Shit would really be weird and creepy on another level. So I'm just not interested in being prim and that's really not me. So if the cursing comes out, I'm sorry. That's just how I express myself. I curse a lot. But I really do appreciate that. All genuine support is greatly appreciated. But the people who have been here since 2017, they know, like, when I'm ranting, especially if it's an angry rant, I do tend to curse a lot. But I have been trying to pull back a lot lately from that. That's one of the reasons why I've changed my style of ranting a little bit. And even for my own health. So there are a lot of racial derogatory terms and slurs that have been thrown at me as a light-skinned person, and the next video I'm gonna break it down, and I'm gonna break down what each term means, because piss color Negro, if you're just getting to the stream, as I said earlier at the beginning of the stream, that is a derogatory term that was created by a white slave master and slave owner. And the irony of it all is it was a dark-skinned black male, American male, that called me that. So if we want to really pretend like dark-skinned people ain't out here just straight up abusing light-skinned people, stop. I'm not the one to even, don't do that to me. I'm not the one. It literally goes in one ear and out the other. So when I'm speaking about abusive family members, growing up in abusive households where you have blood relatives that were doing these things because your skin color is just a different tone and your hair texture is just a little bit too soft, in grade school, complete strangers, even teachers, adults, because we all know how abusive adults can be to children. I could get into so many stories that would blow people's mind. But some stuff I'm not even going to get into because people take way too much pleasure in other people's misery. So some stuff I will keep to myself because I don't feel like everything is for internet, public consumption or whatever. But this stream was mainly to just recap on this morning's premiere. It was kind of me doing a temperature check to premiere, and it was not a live stream, it was a premiere. And I wanted to do it that way so that I could interact with people in the chat and kind of pay attention to see these specific faces and avatars that were coming in the chat, because a lot of people came that I have never even seen before on YouTube at all, to see what people's habits and intentions are. Because when these conversations are being had, it can attract a lot of creep trolls. Women pretending to be men, men pretending to be women, a lot of creep shit. So if that bothers you, I really don't know what to tell you. But I've had hundreds of people come and go subscribe and unsubscribe, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I'm not losing anything at all. Because if I'm subscribed to a channel and they making content that rubs me the wrong way, I'm going to click off of it or unsubscribe. That's just that simple. It's not rocket science. It's not really that surgical or that deep or that technical. It's very simple. There's a little red X in the upper right corner of your screen. You can click that motherfucker and boom, your problems just dissipate right there in front of your very eyes. So it's not hard at all. It's very simple. But just for future reference, I don't know, Great Black Shark, if you happen to be listening, but hopefully you'll get a chance to listen to the replay and then at least just try to see how, you know, that came off as quite insensitive. And I'm doing content about this and you're coming in talking about a whole nother genre of content that I'm doing on my channel. Because my channel is not a niche channel. I talk about so many different types of content, from gaming to nail art. I do beauty vlogs. I do all types of stuff on my channel. And that's why I do it. So I can come here and not put myself in a box, because there's a lot of things I do want to talk about. So if one day I choose to do gaming, and the next day I choose to talk about nail art and acrylic and, you know, polygel art or whatever, that's my prerogative and right to do that. And if you can't respect that, the red X is right in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. I'm not interested in pro-Black discussions. I'm not. And I don't have to completely diminish the experiences of dark-skinned people and what they've been through. But if I'm discussing my experiences, just have a little respect, maybe. Have a little common courtesy and decency, because there already ain't no space to really have these conversations among certain Black pockets of YouTube when it comes to that area that we all congregate in, called the Black sector. So I don't need people coming from that space, especially y'all know I'm not pro-Black, coming here trying to suppress my voice or silence me in any way. It doesn't make any sense, because it's not going to work. So really, you're just wasting your time. Because at the end of the day, you can't argue with someone's experience, with someone's life experience. If someone is sharing an experience that they went through growing up or as an adult or wherever, you can't debate that. It happened to them. End of. I mean, you're going to debate their experience? That doesn't make any sense. So that's not to diminish any other group that goes through any sort of abuse or racism because of some perceived privilege they have, so people want to bang on you. It's not to do that, but no one's going to diminish my experience either. Because Lord knows I've endured some bizarre abusive behavior from Black people on this platform, and I've always spoken out about it. So I'm not going to allow pro-Blacks to come in my chat room and divert conversations and throw me off course, even with a little bit of humor. It doesn't matter. It's still rude as fuck, because just because you're being nice about trolling me doesn't mean you're not trolling me. You can abuse someone and be nice about it. You can kill a person's family and be nice about it. And most people would probably let you get away because you're kind about it. But I understand covert narcissism and covert abuse, and I call that shit out too. And it's not fun when someone's sitting there and you're telling your story and they want you to shut up about slavery. When y'all talk about slavery and the racism and white supremacy and all that, y'all get triggered in y'all soul, in y'all past life, when people tell you to shut up and stop complaining, right? So try at least to show a little bit of courtesy. If you can. If not, then you'll just be banned. Because that was hella indecent, dismissive, and insensitive as fuck. And I'm calling that shit out because apparently, you know, you can't have a backbone and be nice and diplomatic and cordial at the same time. So if I'm showing my mean streak, it's just there to protect me. And I have to show that because people are ruthless on YouTube and on the internet, period. So sometimes you do have to, fight fire with fire and get crazy right with these motherfuckers, or else you're just going to be, a doormat. ASMR Anonymous says, keep doing you, baby girl. The hate never ends. I promise you, you cannot shrink yourself enough to please some of these miserable women. So don't be bold, be proud, and live your best life. Thank you, ASMR Anonymous. I appreciate that a lot. And that definitely is reassuring, and I appreciate it. And it's not, as I said earlier in the stream, when I was chatting in the chat room, it's not a type of prejudice because of perceived privilege or jealousy or envy or whatever that I've experienced from only women. I've experienced it from men too in the Black community. And if you're just now joining me, like as I said, it was a dark-skinned Black American male that referred to me as a piss-colored Negro on several occasions. It wasn't a Black woman that did that. So that goes to show you, even among dark-skinned men, they have a lot of colorist inferiority complexes and issues that they struggle with. But should I be the punching bag because of that? No. And I've tried to have conversations about people taking responsibility to build their own self-confidence and self-worth. I'm not going to sign up to be a fucking punching bag, take the abuse, sit there and smile about it, and then sit and listen to your tears and listen to all your gripes and complaints about white people and the things they do to Black people. I don't have to do that. That's abusive as fuck. And then in the process, you're abusing me, and I'm supposed to sit there and just laugh and smile about it? No. So if you're going to be racist and if you're going to be prejudiced, be it all the way. I don't want to be confused about it. Let me know how you feel about me. I appreciate the honesty because now I know where we stand, and I know that you're not someone that obviously has my best interest at heart. So that lets me know exactly how I need to deal with you. Not at all. And that's fine. Keep it moving because I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I'm glad I'm not everyone's cup of tea because the abuse and how people can take you for fucking granted. And then when they have you no more, they don't miss you. They just miss abusing you. So at the end of that day, I don't know how much I can, and I've had to have these streams before because of shifting content style and moving to new content and things like that. Listen, I'm going to lose some. I'm going to gain some. It is what it is. And I didn't even know of Golden Goddess's channel. I had been subscribed to and listening to some content creators that were having panel discussions about the abuse that they received as mixed women and multi-ethnic women and things like that. And it was very hurtful. And I didn't even know how to navigate through having the stream on my own channel, but I'm so used to standing alone. It's just like, I'm just going to do it. I did everything else on my own. So why not this too? I mean, what could go wrong? I mean, what people are going to unsubscribe? They've always unsubscribed, and many of them came back. So, that's really pretty much the gist of this stream. I feel like I always have to remind people that an opinion is an opinion and we all have it. And so not to sully anyone's experience or make you feel that it's not important, maybe what you've experienced or endured or went through. But if you want people to have that type of understanding and compassion towards you, then probably practice showing it to other people. I mean, I don't know what people want me to do. I can't please everyone, and I don't have to. I'm not interested in trying to please people, stretch myself to please people. Because the thing about it is, if I stay silent, there's no right way to have these conversations. Because no matter what we say or how we say it, it's either going to be too much for some people or too little for some people. Okay, everyone's not gonna be happy about your delivery. Some people may not like you cursing. Some people may not like the way you express certain things or the audacity. I don't know. I just know that I can't make everyone happy, and I don't care about making everyone happy because I'm not your slave, and I don't have to make everyone happy. I don't have to be a people pleaser. There was a point in time where I felt that way, but I don't feel that way anymore. So, if that makes you unhappy, this is my story. And everyone has a story. That's the thing about life. Everyone has a story. Everyone has something that they went through that they want to share or talk about, or maybe you want to make a comment in the chat about something. And that's fine. But if someone's sharing their story, be thoughtful and allow them to do that without you coming in wanting to divert or diminish their experience in some way. Because Black people have got some loud ass voices. And y'all have y'all's platforms and y'all's outlets with millions of subscribers, thousands of views, where you get to rant and rave about white supremacy all day, every day, as many uploads as you want, as many live stream as you want, and people listen. So don't come to a space as this. Don't come to a space such as my platform and try to silence me or make it about your issues, because I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing it. When I did that stream, the stream that I premiered this morning, I lost 12 subscribers after that stream. Do you think I'm going to stop speaking about this? No. I'm not. I'm not going to stop speaking. If anything, it will make me speak louder because it sends across a powerful message. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't know. I can't make everyone happy, y'all. I'm only one person. And I don't put that type of unnecessary, unfair pressure on myself and stress on myself to make people happy that only strive to misunderstand me when I'm being compassionate and showing understanding. I don't have to do that. I don't have to be understanding to your issues with white supremacy or white people showing you racism. I don't have to be understanding to that at all. Thank you, Caesar Cannon. And it does make a difference when you know that people support you. The support does make a difference. So I really do appreciate all of the new supporters coming in. It does mean a lot. Because after you've been bullied so long, to not have a voice, it kind of feels odd and weird when you finally decide to speak up. And people don't understand the amount of bravery and audacity you have to really have and self-confidence to really do that. People wouldn't do half of what we do. Some people won't even type in a chat because of the things that go on social media in terms of bullying and harassment and stalking and things. I've been through a lot. I have literally had open investigations on people that were cyberbullying me and stalking me and harassing me. And I'm still here. So no one's going to come to my platform and silence me and tell me I don't have a right to talk or play the stupid struggle Olympics like those days. No, not over here. So it is comforting and reassuring when you know that people are around you that can relate and they genuinely support you and that just understand. It's a different environment. It gives the conversation a whole new like ambiance and energy, if that makes sense. Because when you're around people for so long that tell you your experiences don't matter. Oh, well, you've been through that. Well, I've been through this and X, Y, and Z. So guess what? I've been through more than you, so your experience doesn't matter. It's like, huh? And it don't have to be that way. It really doesn't. No, Rui, you don't be mad. Because when I first the video that I premiered, like I said, that stream, I held that stream on the 5th of February, so it was recent. And I know that there are people that missed it, but I did it early this morning. I decided to go ahead and premiere it because I already knew that some people did miss it, but I believe you were at that stream because I actually highlighted one of your comments, and you can see it in the premiere. If you go back and watch it, you can see it. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that decided to be a part of the chat. I'm not really a person that does open panel discussions in regards to certain topics anymore. I like to do controlled panels where the panel is kind of handpicked or I'm invited somewhere. And if it's my panel, like I said, it has to be a handpicked panel. Otherwise, it's going to be like a laid back stream where I just invite anybody on and we just talk about whatever. Those are kind of how I run my open panels. They're more laid back and chill. We're drinking and just chilling. But more serious conversations and topics, I try to just go solo. Or if I am invited somewhere, just kind of know like what the temperature is in the room, if that makes sense. But to all the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I do want to say thank you again for chatting in the chat. It means a lot. Thank you to the new supporters. I greatly appreciate that. And to my day ones that are still here, I appreciate you as well. And to the people that just allow me to have a voice without any interruption or unfair, critiques and judgment, or just trying to sully my experience, thank you as well. Shit means a lot to me. Because it's already difficult coming on the platform and talking about these type of topics. It's hard enough as it is. So with the added layers of social media bullying and stalking, when you have the weird trolls that come in, because there are other content creators that can come in your chat and troll you. They can be sitting right there trolling you the whole time. But a lot of people, it's going to go over your head because you think, oh, well, they're being nice about it, though. So is it really trolling? Yes, it's trolling. Abuse can be very covert, and people can be slick about it. Abuse is abuse, whether they're nice about it, mean about it, overt or covert. To me, abuse is abuse. So with that being said, I just wish everyone, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to go enjoy a glass of wine because it's been a long day. And ciao. Smooches. No.
I'm not afraid of time. I'm always getting better, always in my prime. I don't need to start to run, 'cause I'm always getting better, always in my